Welcome to Sport Matters, a podcast sports show with special focus on football, basketball, and boxing. Get ready to be entertained.
And you can trust us on Sport Matters to give you guys the best updates in the world of football, down to boxing and also basketball. And trust me, we've got unbiased opinion on this journey. So please stay with us and let's get it on together.
Absolutely. And where do we start from?
Football, definitely.
Vini Jr., Rodri, or Jude Bellingham, who deserves the Ballon d'Or?
It's an interesting take for me and for everyone out there. But I'm definitely tilting to the part of Rodri. Trust me, what he has achieved so far, winning the World Cup down to winning the Premier League in 4 pits, doing 4 consecutive time, ever present, ever reliable in that Manchester City, team. Is the most important cog in that team alongside Kevin De Bruyne, of course. So I think for me, for someone who plays very deep and had 27 goal and assist last season, that is really impressive, and also winning the Euros. So for me, I think Rodri can actually get that.
Rodri well deserved, but for me, I would give it to Vini Jr. because I'm looking at that young man. He's done well for himself. He has won 2 UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid. And he's an important player.
Definitely.
He creates goals, score goals, make good assists, nice dribbles. And for Vini Jr., I must say that, having won the UEFA Champions League, defeating Borussia Dortmund, he scored a nice goal.
Absolutely.
Don't you think it's just fair, right, that the whole football world just handed over?
So the angle I'm going to come in from is 2018, where we had the World Cup. France won the World Cup.
Yes.
Real Madrid won the Champions League. Luka Modric played really well. It was very important in the team that won the Champions League.
Right.
And looking at this season also, we're looking at Rodri, who won the Premier League. Of course, he won the Euros, international tournament. Most of the time in previous years, when there is an international tournament in the summer, it kind of like play a big role in whoever wins the Ballon d'Or. So I'm not saying Vini Jr. is not deserving of it. I love him. He's a genius. You understand? But I think if Modric can actually win it in 2018 for getting as far as the final with Croatia, then Rodri, who won the Euros and who won literally every trophy in all of these years, I think he actually deserves.
So the next question that comes to my head is, what's the criteria, to determine who wins the Ballon d'Or? Like, what's the criteria? We've moved past the years of Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, where we know that these guys, they could end up not winning the UEFA Champions League, but they could win the Ballon d'Or.
So for I'll just start off by saying Messi and Ronaldo kind of like put this shape in a very, very difficult position. Because we can look at the years even when Messi did not win the Champions League.
Yes,
he won it.
The
Ronaldo did not win the 2013. He won the Ballon d'Or.
There's some years that they do. There's some seasons. Sorry, these guys didn't win probably the big club trophy, and also they did in their country. They didn't win anything, but they end up winning the Ballon d'Or.
But the thing is, they scored huge numbers of goals. Their numbers, both goals, assists, the important roles they play.
So would you say these guys, with these 2 guys, they raised the bar high with their goals? Because in the calendar year, these guys
it's
could
not
go.
debatable.
Yeah,
they raised the bar really high. When we look at the stats of the guys that would probably, or we are touting to win the Ballon d'Or, and you compare it to the likes of Messi and Ronaldo,
it's not there.
It's not even like
it's
halfway.
not there. It's not there.
But
do you know that
it's a good lineup.
Messi or Ronaldo, back in the day, 33 goals in a calendar year they would deem it a failure.
Of course, it's, the standard was just really high.
Standards. So it feels like can you say they kind of like ruined football in a good way?
Of course, if
because we're looking at Vini Jr. He's probably 33 goals and assists. We're looking at Rodri.
And I think Mbappe had more. I think Mbappe was about 44.
So the problem with Mbappe for me,
the Euros,
is the Euros.
I think Mbappe, I don't know how he went into the Euros. To me, I felt like it was a bit overwhelmed by the move going to Madrid club,
and maybe the nose.
He spoke about that too, But trust me, you listed 3 guys. The top 3. I think if they end up going down to the top 3, and we have Vini, Rodri, and Bellingham, that's not bad actually.
But who for you again? One more time.
Rodri.
Vini Jr. for me, definitely Vini Jr. And we head straight to the next one. And what's it on the menu?
Yes, and the flight is taking us to basketball, and we've had the summer league. Impressive one.
Yes, it was nice to see some guys.
Look, the most important thing about summer league, which we should all know, is the opportunities that these rookies get.
Yes.
Because from the summer leagues, we get to see some of the best talent that would witness, going forward. Wemby, who was number 1 drafted rookie last year, he got into the San Antonio Spurs. He played the summer league and he did well. So it was nice.
I would say the summer league kind of like propelled Wemby, you know, to have an amazing regular season, you know, last season. And so now the summer league for you, in one word, what would you call it?
No, I think I would call it a very good preparation to the big league. And that is the NBA, of course. You know, because with the summer league, we get to see the young guys. Most of these guys played college basketball, NCAA. Most of these guys are coming from other countries that don't even play the kind of standard that they play in the United States of America. So for me, the summer league is actually very good. And congratulations to Miami Heat, who actually won that.
I mean, well deserved.
They did really well, and it was really great.
I mean, that comes another question. What do you make of Bronny James? What do you make of his performance at the summer league?
So big shout out to Bronny James Jr., the number 9 of the Los Angeles Lakers. There was so much of noise. Oh, is that nepotism? Blah blah blah. And well, we all know the NBA is full of nepotism. The front office, the coaches, the draft, everything.
We won't get out of talking about that.
We won't get out of that. So they needed to cut him some slack. The first 2 games he came in, and I just like one thing about him. He's not faced by all of that. He did his thing. He scored less than 8 points in his first game, in his debut in the summer league, in the second game. But trust me, he took off in the third game. Amazing. And he's always vocal. And the funny thing is, he sounds exactly like his dad.
I mean, it's a pleasure.
He looks like a leader.
I'm thinking about what's it called, LeBron James right now, King James, and he must be really proud.
Trust me, he is really proud. Let me tell you, his first game or the second game, his dad, LeBron James, was preparing for the warm-up game with the United States of America basketball team. And guess what he was doing? He placed his phone on the side and he was watching his boy and also doing his workout.
I mean, that's a proud moment for the James family. I mean, proud moment for the James family. Now, you talk about Summer League. So, moving past Summer League, congratulations to Miami Heat. I mean, what do you make of the trades, coming in, in the basketball?
So, the trade, as always, is one thing that we look forward to, because you don't know where the pendulum will swing.
Yes.
All of these franchises, we don't know how this the trade can actually help them going forward. Now, let me take for example Paul George going to Philadelphia. Trust me, nobody ever thought about that.
I didn't even see it coming.
He did not agree to do it in LA Clippers. Who would have thought PG-13 is adored by the fans in LA and all of that. And there is also rumors that Russell Westbrook, the one-time MVP, would be joining Denver.
That would be a great move. I'm
looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too. I mean, that would be a great move for Russell, because Russell, he needs a challenge like that. And the thing with basketball teams is that sometimes the franchise, you go in there and you realize that you are at the right place. So it's either you are at the right place or at the wrong place. But look at that franchise, Denver Nuggets. I mean, if I was Russell, I mean, I'll be on my way.
And the funny thing, not the funny thing. Well, it might sound funny, but it's actually not funny. Russell Westbrook doesn't have a single ring in his resume.
Similar to Paul George.
So the thing is, now going to this team, Denver Nuggets,
gives him a chance.
Yes. So the thing is, Los Angeles Clippers are losing 2 guys. They've lost Paul George, and they will definitely lose Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was, relegated to the 6-man role, and trust me, he was that impressive. He was really good. Every time he came on court, he did really well, and also his leadership skill. So I think they're actually losing many things, and that's because they acquired James.
For me, when you talk about Russell Westbrook, you can't doubt his commitment, his dedication. Even when things are not going right, he still got the energy, right? He still wants to, pull up that fighting spirit. I mean, I love the guy.
He had his best days, playing for OKC, and all of that. And when he came to Los Angeles Lakers, it kind of like he fell off a little bit, because at that point the LA Lakers were not playing to his style. They were playing a different game, and they got 2 big guys, AD and LeBron.
So it was tough.
It was very, very difficult. But this is where we wrap it up with NBA, and where are we going?
I mean, definitely it's a boxing, and so here's the tough question for me. Why is it that Nigeria have not produced an heavyweight boxer in years? I mean, since Samuel Peter, and we heard where there were talks about Ife Ajagba being the next big thing, but the first time I heard about Ife Ajagba was when they said he knocked out someone in how many seconds? Yes,
and the person actually collapsed.
He has a good right hand. I mean,
so the thing is, so that's a very good question, and I think this is a question that should be very educative, because this is one that we should actually pay more attention to, because having our own international brand.
There's nothing better.
In boxing or anything. There's nothing better. You touched on Samuel Peter, heavyweight champion.
Since he lost that fight,
and since then. But the question is, we look at the so boxing is an indoor sport, right? And when you look at the whole setup, facilities, and all of those, what kind of level do we have? Do we have an elite level of gyms, facilities, workout places, for boxing, like top rated? I'm not talking about all of these ones that guys do all around the street. Like, I'm talking about the standard that works. It's very, very rare.
It's tough, and
so you could go around. How many can you pick out?
No. I mean, trainers. So you talk about the trainers. We have top class, boxing trainers.
No, that's the word actually.
Yes. So for some time now, we've been able to we've been part of the Go TV boxing, and you get to see these guys. They are good boxers there, right?
Very good boxer.
Now, what's stopping them from taking that next step?
Yeah.
Is it that they are only good at this part of the world, or because when you hear the likes of Anthony Joshua or Lech Usyk, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois, you just want to, you just think to yourself, like, as a boxing lover, like,
how they were able to achieve that.
How they were able to achieve that, one.
Yeah.
And two, how about if one of these names is just representing Nigeria? I mean, it's different, right?
So, yeah, of course, it's different. And that was why when we had Samuel Peter, I mean, the whole nation
even
was
if,
definitely
okay, we can, while looking at top class boxers, Samuel Peters is never close. But just because of the fact that he is a Nigerian representing.
But to be fair, at that time, when he was the world heavyweight champion, he was a good fighter. You defeated Vitaly Klitschko. I think he defeated the Klitschko brothers.
No, he defeated one.
Just one. And at that time,
he lost to the senior brother.
But at that time, he was really good, and we gave him the shout. And we gave him.
Where would you put Samuel Peter now in this?
No, I don't think he fights anymore.
No, where would you put him? Like Samuel Peter of them, and in this, if you rank him with the new guys now?
It's very different to rank people who came in different eras. So we talked about him getting knocked out by Klitschko. Anthony Joshua got knocked out by Ruiz. So does it change anything about him? He was the world champion when he got knocked out. Deontay Wilder got knocked out by Tyson Fury, who hasn't fought for many years, who Money Months, who had a depression, who was overweight. So all of these things. Now, Samuel Peter, the only thing I can fault him or question him is, where was the hunger to rise? Because you fall and you rise. You understand? Okay. So bring it back to the local thing that we're talking about is, we need more facilities for these guys. You see, we need to have very good indoor facilities.
Yes.
So these guys, so it can harness, their potential to thrive. They need it.
Yes.
So we've seen most of these guys, the young local lads, doing really well.
Good guys,
and
good boxers.
The good thing is that it looks like they've got education. Like, they speak good English. They know how to present their words and all of that. So, but it's very important that we come together and help these guys, because without the help of the senior figures helping them, building good facilities conducive where it is air conditioned and there is top trainers. I mean, why not? Why can't we have all of
this? Yes, and hopefully we hope in the coming years we get to watch a heavyweight, boxer from Nigeria, representing Nigeria. I mean, it will be beautiful.
Beautiful.
I mean, so this is where we draw the curtains. I mean, sometimes, we do not want to end the show.
Absolutely, but we have to end it. I was just thinking about it. Every time we get towards the end, it always feels like more time.
We should continue,
Yeah, we had a good time, talking about sport, from football, basketball, and boxing. And we trust that you guys had a good time. So we sign out by saying, love yourself, love your neighbor, and love the game.
And definitely, until we come your way again, stay safe.